Welcome to my garden, high up on the Ridgeway Escarpment in Clinton. This means it is prone to the prevailing southwest weather and blustery winds, which produce mixed results. It is a small, flat L-shaped garden. Just under half is divided into two separate flower gardens planted mainly with perennials and shrubs, and the last third is a raised vegetable bed. The rest of the garden is mostly patio with many tubs and pots, and 2 hazel trees and blackthorn bushes form a hedge across the back. In early summer, there aren't very many flowers, the dreaded June gap, so I shall start with the veg garden. I have planted small quantities of courgettes. I will train them up sticks, carrots, parsnips, beetroot, lettuce, too many for one person. Rocket and purple sprouting broccoli, okay, perhaps too many for the space available. I have already harvested the spinach, and a few herbs in pots. Runner beans I grow in a double bucket. This is a useful tip that I was given. The inner, slightly smaller bucket has holes in the bottom and you pour water into the gap between the 2 buckets, thus ensuring the compost is always damp. The beans seem to thrive. And my potatoes in sacks are doing very well too. I tend to leave them until the flowers have died down, to get decent-sized potatoes. I also have 2 butternut squash in pots, again will be trained up sticks. There is a lovely rambling rose on the right-hand fence, cream with yellow middle, glorious for a few short weeks, but well worth the show. Now for the fruit. There are loganberries flourishing on one fence, yummy, and 2 fruit cages full of pots, 1 each of raspberry, black currant and gooseberry, and 3 blueberries. I also have 1 tub of strawberries, 1 rhubarb. I've already had 4 pickings off this pot, and my long-suffering apple tree in a tub against the side of the house. This is in full sun, so if the winds and rain are kind, I get plenty of apples. Last year's hailstorm left only 1 and this year, 8 hardy fruits survived the brutal winds and rain. And so on to the flower beds. The spring bulbs, primroses and hellebores are of course long gone, as are the camellia, aquilegia, the bulk of the irises, forget-me-nots, Solomon seal and the red berries of the skimmia. But there is a little colour, a lovely vigorous purple clematis on the left-hand fence, some eryngium, sea holly, starting to bloom up, and lots of purple heuchera. Only 1 of several penstemon planted survives. A new thunberger is starting to climb the obelisk and plenty of my favourite geranium rosanne. Plus a couple of pink ones. There are several mounds of black mondo grass, don't ask me to pronounce its Latin name, which has a dainty pink flower. There are a few cheeky yellow Welsh poppies. They shouldn't be there as they don't fit in with my summer colour scheme. There's more colour in the patio pots. I am particularly pleased with this mauve and white mallow new this year. Plus the diorama, angels fishing rods. There's also 1 remaining iris. Ever faithful pansies. A short red clematis. A burgundy astrantia, perhaps my favorite flower of all, aeonium. Pelemonium, Jacob's ladder. A blue scabious, a red and a white astilbe. 3 hostas. I have now removed the flowers as I prefer just the leaves. Also a blue lupin and ever faithful lavender. But the best is perhaps still to come. Late summer should see all Camilla mollis, Agapanthus, sedum. This has a superb flat red flower that lasts for months. Red calla lilies, fingers crossed, they don't always produce flowers. Marguerite daisies. Lilies, self-seeded love in a mist, cosmos and salvias. Later still, there will be plenty of Japanese anemones. Oh, and honeysuckle. Does anyone know how to get honeysuckle to flower? This one is in full sun, grows profusely and refuses to flower.